Oh, hello everybody. How are we? Don't all shout out at once. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we don't want that one going. We just squeak, squeak, squeak. Right. Oh, how is everybody? Are we good? Oh. Well, I managed to get through customs, obviously, and I managed to get a lift. You know those people, what do you call it? Those ones that, they got those things on the collar and they go, beam me up, Scotty. What's his name? Captain Kirk. He's managed to get me to Spain. God bless him. Look, first class too. First class itinerary. And that, the only problem I had was coming through border control with my passport. And I didn't believe that was me. No, it's me. I could see it. Can you see the resemblance? Oh, silly idiots. Well, I'm here. And I hope we're all, a few of you watching. And a little Spanish outfit on. I can't quite see all of me tonight. Probably don't want it. It's a little bit wide at the moment. Oh, I can hear someone talking. I think I can.
It's so funny.
I think it's you there.
It's me. Oh.
Hello, Candice.
Oh, it's I know that accent anywhere. How are you? Are you okay down in Australia? What's
Hola,
going
¿cómo
on down there?
estás?
I heard there was a bit of a at 1 o'clock something happened, but I haven't caught up on the news yet because I've been trying to get my luggage. Oh God, gosh, that being transported and put all back together. Like, I tell you what, it's amazing just being atomized. But I think I'm just going to have to make a little drink. Well, obviously I'm in Spain.
Shut up.
Okay, this beautiful.
Fucking shit.
Don't you just love their little compact kitchens? They're so cute, aren't they? They've got 1, 2, 3, 7 plugs or something coming off one. Oh, God, I just hope we don't lose any electricity because you'll lose me. Oh, so who's thirsty out there? You all thirsty? Oh, yes. I know what Candice is like. Anything for a drink. So I've had a wonderful quick say hello to Enrique and Ricky Martin. So I'm catching up later on with them. So hopefully a nice little drink too and that. And then I think Gloria, she said she's going to pop on in for a little bit of a conga as well. So that's going to be good. So they said to save them a little bit of a beverage, but you know what Candice like, she's got to slurp the whole bloody thing down anyway. So she's going to whip up a little sangria. And then she's going to do some spiced pears with the sangria itself. I did do a little bit before I left and got transported. Some of it's a little done. And then we're going to make a paella in the Thermomix. Has anybody done a paella yet? No, I can tell them. There was dead silence. So, let's go start cooking. Okay, we're going to get some apples. Some fun apples. Here they are. Unpeeled, cut into pieces. In they go. Next, we're going to pop our little lid on. Now, I haven't made this before, so it's going to be very interesting. There we go. Speed 4, 3 seconds. Oh, that was the quickest shimmy that you ever had from Candice, isn't it? Shortest jiggle ever. Okay. Look at them. All diced up. Beautiful. Oh. I'll throw them just in the jug over here. Oh. Go. Next. Oh, we don't want the zest. I've already done a little bit of that. Got rid of that. We're going to put some peeled oranges and some lemon sacks. Look at it, nice and healthy, really. I mean, you can almost give this to the kids before you get to the big part. The what do we call it? The alcohol. And 150 grams of sugar. That's close enough. You know what Candice likes. It makes it too accurate for you. We're going to pop our lid back on. Hope everybody can see. And we're going speed 10 for 1 minute. Whoa, that's going to really grind those babies up, isn't it?
It must have done I had when I was being transported here. Those big engines in the back. There and whoop, there and up.
Well,
One
Candice,
more week of lockdown. Can't wait.
while Candice is going, if you guys want to pop in your favourite Spanish recipes in the chat, please feel free to share.
Longest minute. Not like that mocktail in my last one. It's going to take forever. I mean, how many steps is in like 30 steps? God. I've only got 21.
Oh, God almighty. Oh. Hey, I'm just going to show you this before I pop some wine in here. Oh, look at that. That juice. Oh, you see it all? It's good. Oh. I mean, you could take the sugar out and you could give that the little kidlets, I'd say. No problem at all. It's when you get to this section here. So we're going to pop some red wine in. Oh. Slosh it in there. Ooh. I think you're all getting thirsty already. Ooh, no, I am. 50 grams of vermouth, very Spanish, of course. 56, that's close enough, isn't it? Next. 50 grams of brandy. Oh, it was my brandy always reminds me of Christmas pudding. I mean, that's coming up real soon, so I guess those bottles will be coming out again. Oh, I'll just have to go and get my, just got to go and get my duty-free gin. Hold on one moment. Just go get that over here. Oh, oh, it's in my luggage. Oh, oh, oh. This Spanish gin. Oh. Next. I don't want any cinnamon in there, I don't think. Okay. Oh, these compact kitchens are very hard to work with. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Isn't it amazing? You can still count as well. Oh. And we've got some soda, and it's not brought, it's actually made. Ooh, oh. Tablecloth, I'm sure they won't worry. 330 grams. Next. Lids on. Next. Speed 2 for 30 seconds. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, Candice, we lost your video.
No, we're back. That's all right. We got an echo.
We've got an echo.
Oh, someone dialed it. Let's stop now.
No.
This. No, it sounds better.
Just maybe turn the volume down just slightly on the second one.
Better?
Much.
Oh. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So we've got transferred to a jug containing our wonderful reserved fruit. So it's got a bit of nectarine, some orange, some apple, and nice and chilled. So do we feel like we're in Spain now? Sure we do. Oh. I'll be good. I'll pop it in a glass. Oh, geez, there you go. Looks like it's going to be a strong one.
Samantha loves your dress as well, Candice.
Who does?
Samantha.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this one's from Halloween costumes in the States. Yeah. I had to get it for a another party I had to do. I was a Spanish DJ. It was a lot of fun actually. There was another girl, she had one there. The poor thing, she couldn't afford the rest of the dress like me. I mean, mine goes all the way down in my feet. Oh, you can't see it. Never mind. You don't want to see that part anyway. So, oh. Okay. So, got to check up. Who's been using their Varoma? You have to pop it in the chat because obviously I can't hear some of you. I want to know who was using their Varoma since I said last time. Big hands up. Anyone out there, Amanda?
No. Oh, we have. So Samantha has been. Sarah loves her Varoma. So what have you guys been making with your Varoma? Nikki has. Kerry has for her veg. Oh, wow. So heaps of people are out there using their Varoma this week. Ooh. Samantha did sticky sesame chicken tonight. And Sarah made a steamed fish with Asian spices this week.
Oh, God. Oh. Yes. So I'm glad that it's getting used then because I'm very impressed. Obviously, me talking about it and showing that dusty UFO off was a good thing, I'd say. Oh, okay. So I've just popped garlic clove in there. Again, if you don't have like garlic, you don't have to pop this in. We're going speed 10, 5 seconds. So obviously, it's going to really mince this baby down. Oh. Oh, there goes the lid. Whoops, a daisy. There you go. Look at that. Speed 10. Perfectly diced, chopped fine garlic. Next. Excuse me. So is everybody getting a little bit excited about that we'll all be able to be having a little bit of freedom finally? Well, those are double backs anyway. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't assume. Okay, so we've got 85 grams of bell peppers and we've also got green, but I don't like the green one, so I went red and yellow. So just going to throw those babies in. 45 grams of extra virgin oil. That's like me.
Margaret was wondering if you're sober, Candice.
Of course I am. God, what does she think I am? I don't know. Oh, I might not be after I finish that blooming sangria off, though. I can tell you that. And I mean, they were so good on the flight over. I mean, you just had one of those vaporized drinks. It was like, it was here and it was gone. Oh, I mean, when you've got to travel so far, I mean, I don't know how many kilometres it was. I mean, I think we were doing like Mark 6. Oh. It's like going on one of those new SpaceX things it was. Whatever made me think was I drunk like that. No, I might have a sip now. I've got 3 seconds on speed 5. I don't have enough time to get someone out. So Candice, next Saturday, by the way, she's going glamping. Yep, we're going glamping with the Thermomix in the caravan. And I'm going to do it with a very dear friend, Michelle. And we're going to, here we go. So we've got 3 minutes. See, they're all blitzed up. I'm going to show you in between, otherwise you know what I'm doing. 3 minutes at 120 degrees on speed 1. So 120 is pretty much getting into our high heat, which is obviously very exclusive to the TM6. We've got the high heat function. But for those of you who haven't got one and you want to saute your onions and your garlic, all that type of stuff, you don't need to get a fry pan out. You can do it all in this baby. So, yeah. But yeah, getting back, we're going glamping. So we're going to actually showcase a few things that when you want to go camping, they're nice, quick, easy, nice and yummy. Going to whip up a couple of cocktails too. You know, nothing unusual about that, is there?
Candice, did you know that Michelle's Thermomix has done about 6,500, 7,000 kilometres around Australia?
No, but it wouldn't surprise me. Oh, that warms the heart. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, so we've got our high heat. And we're going to be doing in there. We're going to have our chicken in there. We've got our meat going in there. We've got some saffron. And I've got a little bit of reserved sangria over here because I'm going to do a nice little dessert. I wasn't going to, but when I saw that you could use sangria, what are you drinking, Candice? I'm drinking a homemade sangria. But you know what Candice is like? She can't stick to one recipe. So I did adapt part of it from doing the pears. And I saved some of that and then added a little bit more. And then I created the from the new one. So I'm actually going to do it as a little bit of a recipe community one, and it's going to be Candice's cocktail, Candice's sangria. What do you think? I think Margaret would probably like that idea because she wants the same, I just thought.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Oh, Margaret says she loves it. It's just so weird. I can't hear voices tonight, which I'm so used to. Oh, Kerry's just said sounds great. So I'm actually seeing the pop-up from my phone this time. I don't know. I think there was an update with Zoom and it's all of a sudden gone a little bit skew-wicky. But can everybody see what's going on here?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And I like, hopefully that there's a few of my newbies on board because I had fabulous month. I sold 5 Thermomixes. I was so excited. I tried the universe to get my 6th sale, but it didn't happen. But instead, I actually got 3 new hair clients. So I thought, you know what? It'll get there because it gives me 3 other people to talk to instead. And hopefully they'll buy one instead. We've got lots going on next month. There's new host gifts. And, oh, there's always something going on with Thermomix. I love when I get an email. It's wonderful. Oh, that's nearly ready. So it's sauteing. If anyone doesn't know, when it actually gets towards it, it does that cooling down function. So it just reduces a little bit of heat. So when you take your lid off, you just go off the side because it's so hot. Look at that steam. You know, my face under there, my makeup will fall off. Okay. So, I'm going to pop this over. I really don't need that part area. So, here's our garlic. That's full saute. We're going to add 115 grams of chicken breast. So, tear that out. I'm going to pop that in. Here we go. I love how accurate they are too. So funny. 16 squid rings. Not 17, not 15, 16. I think there's actually 17 that I had because there was a little object in there. They're going in there. Going next. Okay, so again, this is 100 grams of canned crushed tomatoes. So I'm being a bit healthy, so I've sliced up normal ones because I love making a paella, very traditional. So this is very new to me. I haven't done this, and I always try to do recipes that I've never done in the Thermomix for you because we all get to learn together. That's what it's about. And occasionally we all get a stuff up. We all do. Nobody can say they're perfect. Okay. 1 pinch of saffron, the world's most expensive spice. Anyone cooked with saffron before? Yeah? No?
No,
No!
no.
You don't know what you are missing. There are
Why?
so many amazing dishes that you do with this stuff. Right down to saffron eggs and
So Nikki's never tried the saffron, but Sarah has.
okay. Well, maybe Candice might find a few more little saffron recipes. There's even actually a saffron gin I found out too. And we're just going to do a little pinch of paprika. I'm just going to, as you know, Candice normally has gloves on, but every time I do half these dishes, poor gloves land up in the what's the name? The washing machine. Get ruined. Okay, so 3 minutes. It's going to 120 degrees. The blades are going backwards. And we're just going on a stir mode. So it's just going to loosen it up. Hopefully the rings won't get stuck on the blades. And that'll just cook away. And I sort of know the next part is it's all about the rice. And on the recipe, it asks for a Heston Paella dish. I didn't Google it, had no idea. First thing I saw was Heston. I thought, oh, but Heston Bloom's cashing in on it all, isn't he? And that, so yeah. But ever since I was a wee little lad down here, like in the passport actually, we had paella as a kid. We always made it. Never guess. Does anybody know what this thing is? Oh, this.
That belongs on the I grew up in the 80s page, I think there. Yes.
An electric fry pan. And that's how my mum and dad made it. I think still to this day, if they make one at home, they do. And I've always made paella in the electric fry pan. And it works just as well because we all don't have gas hobs. How often are we going to use a paella pan? What's an epiphany? You're probably going to watch this and go, oh, what was that dish that she made? Oh, I can't remember. I'm not going to make it again. Oh, but I tell you what, this sangria is really good. Here's Margaret. I might have to top it up soon. It's getting a little bit low. I think it was brewing. There's about 2 bottles of red in there. Oh. What else is happening out in that world? Anyone jump on chat, tell me anything that their life's going on? I might just pop the grid on, just see if I can see a few faces. Look, there we are. There's Sharon, she's doing something. There's Hugo, yeah. There, oh, look, there's Ness. Hello, darling. Oh, it's Kerry. And half of you others, you're all hiding because you don't want me to see what you're wearing. I can tell. God, I don't know.
Pajamas.
Oh, it's so funny. A friend of mine said, do you wear heels when you go? And I went, yeah. He goes, what? I said, because I feel complete. And could you imagine me in this outfit running around with like my moccasins on? I'd be, well, for a fact, I'd be actually 6 inches shorter than what I am now. And I'm not lying, these babies are tall. So we've got 13 seconds. I mean, isn't it great? Like, you sort of think of all this other time you'd stand there stirring and all that. I'm standing here chit-chatting to you rather than having to stir or anything. But, I mean, in those few minutes, I could have emptied the washing machine. I could have chucked a few things in the dishwasher. That's what it's all about. It's all about time saving. All those new ones that have joined in, I can't wait. So, we're doing fish broth. So, yeah, you can go back. but you don't have to. You can actually make your own fish broth. You know what you make it out of? Come on, yes. Fish heads. Oh dear. Just dropped a little bit of water. I just got to get a little tea towel. Look, otherwise I'm going to probably touch the screen. Okay. Has anybody made their own fish broth before?
Hell no.
No?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I don't do fish heads.
Oh dear. Where are they? I put them here somewhere. Oh, there they are. I've got some de-bearded mussel. I've just got to get another focus on. They're a little bit woofy. Now, normally when I've done my paella, I have to be honest, I've actually never done it with chicken before. So I'm actually doing it for all of you guys. I just did it in. Oh my God.
What do you normally use?
Mine's always seafood. So lift this out for you guys. So there's our broth in the bottom with our tomato, and we've got our squid rings and our chicken. We've got our bearded mussels, and then we're going to go next. We're going to get some nice raw prawns. Now it said clams, but they didn't have any, so I actually had to get something else. So I got scallops because I really love scallops. Pop those little babies in there. And just remember, you got that lovely 2.2 litre capacity in this. Just going to fit nicely there. Next. Sorry, excuse my back while I'm doing this because there's no other way of doing it. They will soften and they'll drop down a little bit. Perfect.
It's a lovely back, Candice, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I've got to take two of those baby. That plan don't fit properly. There we go. That's better.
So Candice, Margaret was just asking if we could have the recipe. It will be emailed out after.
Yep, no, it's definitely. It's actually called the Mixed Paella Heston Q Metric, and I actually think it's either in the Spanish book. So again, it's actually not in the Australian section, so you're going to have to take your filters off, and I'm more than happy to help you with that. So some of you don't realise you don't just have to live in Australia because you've got 74,000 recipes out there, and you can actually Google the recipe and put it in, do your recipe, do cookie do. If you go to click on it and you go to log in, it'll most likely probably say that it's actually not for your country. So just copy and paste that, log into your Australian account, paste the recipe in, the paella, and you'll actually get the recipe. Occasionally you will get it in a foreign language, and God bless Amanda, she taught me this. You actually use Google Translate, and I had to make a true Negroni for a friend the other day, and I couldn't understand a freaking word of the German. It's like, oh, okay, well, what's all that? All right, stuck it in there, made it all with cookie dough. Fabulous. All done. Right, next. 10 minutes. It's going Verona, which Verona does. It's going backwards as well as Lay's. Verona gets up to 150 degrees today, I noticed. I thought 135, but when I saw it today, it was actually 150 degrees. How hot's that? Can you imagine your face had just like melted off, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. So now we will pop the feed on there with the recipe for you, like we do most times. Sometimes I have forgotten and I remember halfway during the week to do it. And that. we've got, obviously, well, we've got 10 minutes. Has anybody got any questions they'd like to ask me? Any makeup? Any makeup tips? No? No? Don't know makeup I use? No? Oh, you can hear those blades going around backwards, flipping away. And then I know with it, it's going to tell me to take out the, what's the name? The simmer basket. And then we're going to add the rice. So it's going to be a little bit different to how I've normally done it. So I've normally put a little bit of white wine in mine, but I don't think there's any more room in that pot. It's a little bit full. Margaret's just popped up a little question. I just saw that.
She'd like to know what your favourite recipe is, and is the camping on Zoom next week? I can pop the link in for those.
Yes, okay. It will be on Zoom. I'll do it all up tomorrow so we can get that all going. And what was it that the other one was? What did Margaret say?
What's your favourite recipe?
What's my favourite?
Big question.
I have a few, but I suppose like one of my real fallbacks that I really love doing, because it's quite quick too, is I love doing the beef stroganoff, but I actually do it with the shredded cabbage rather than actually doing it with the rice or pasta, like a lot of them. And
Is mouth-watering.
it is mouth-watering, and it's great because you're actually doing you're steaming your cabbage and your Verona. So again, you're actually utilising your whole machine, getting things done. But yeah, that's probably one of my favourites. I do like doing beef cheeks in there because I love doing the slow cooking. I know it does say 4 hours for it to cook, but I tend to actually cook them for about 8, and they're actually just absolutely perfect. But a lot of times, actually, I tend to create. So I'll see a recipe, and I'll tweak it, twist it. Might even turn that off and go, okay, I'll just create it somehow myself. But that's what it's all about. It's all about experimenting and getting out there. And like Amanda says, what's my biggest collection in my Thermomix? It's still cocktails. And I still keep finding more and more.
So you can experiment. You can do anything with it.
Yeah. So where it says about guided cooking, it's helping you. It's not cracking the whip and go, no, you've got to put the onion. No, you've got to do this. It might say 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and you go, oh my God, it's going to blow my socks off. I'm just going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon in. Oh, it says do this. It doesn't mean to. Only thing, obviously, what you don't want to do is, obviously, if it says cook it at 100 degrees, you don't want to do it at 80 degrees. That's where you have to follow your cooking recipe there.
Cool.
But you'll learn with your machine as you go what you can do. And one thing I go back to all the time, every now and then, I just go grab it. Hold on one second.
While Candice is ducking away to grab that, with your TM6, you actually can use, thanks buddy, you can actually use your machine without the guided cooking as well. So you have access to all the modes bar the high heat and the sugar stages. You can use them all manually. So you can even do some of your old homegrown favorites, grandma's recipes, your own. They can all be done in the Thermomix, or you can tweak one of the ones that are in Cookie Doo, so it's nice and familiar for you as well.
That's brilliant.
So one of your good things to fall back on, don't let it collect dust. So if you do want to learn something about how you can cook by yourself, go to the back of your book, and where is it? We'll go past the chocolate now. You've got your resources. Bookmark it, like I do. And it helps you, like with your grinding of your cheese, your steaming, your different meats, how to crush, whether you're going to do ice and all that. Remember, if you're going to mill a lot of rice and hard things and ice and all that, your blades aren't going to last as long. So just remember that. So you always know when your machines arrive, you know what you're cooking. just remember those things. You've got your steaming function, which is obviously going to go into your aroma as well. You've got your fruit. You've got steaming fish and seafood, and then you've got your index, of course. I don't know that's forward. But it's always a great fallback. But this book here, even though it's a hard copy, is on your machine. It's in your collection, as is your manual, I think, as well, I'm sure.
Yep, your manual and the basic cookbook, you get hard copies and the soft copies of those. So Margaret was asking, well, she wants your favourite, the recipe for your favourite cocktail, but she would also like to know if you could do a stay-at-home cocktail party.
I could do a stay-at-home cocktail party. I've been staying home for the past 14 weeks. My favourite cocktail, well, my ultimate favourites, and there's probably a few friends on that I'm not looking, but I do love an espresso martini.
Hell yeah.
I knew some ears would pop up on that one. So espresso martini, but probably one of my latest that I discovered, which I always cheated and actually went and bought it. And I'm sure a few of you watched me a couple of weeks ago. I actually did a frozen margarita. And it was great because it was lemon, orange, and lime. Then obviously we threw in the tequila and then we threw in the Cointreau. Now, we worked out after, we were talking about it today actually only, that if you really wanted the kids to actually enjoy a cocktail with you, a mocktail, you can. You can have that, add a bit of soda water or lemonade or whatever, give them theirs, chuck your bit of vodka and your tequila and your Cointreau in there. And I sort of think it's actually a little bit of a healthy drink. So, and I've actually discovered, no, you don't need a juicer because obviously sticking all your fruit in there and doing what we're doing on speed 9 and 10, you don't need to go and buy lemon juices anymore. And I don't need to go and buy a margarita mix from BWS. So that's another favourite. I do love a Cosmo, and one of my favourites is the Turkish Delight cocktail that's in the 20th anniversary cookbook as well. That is really good, if you like Turkish Delight.
That's it. We have to party as soon as possible.
I know that voice. I know exactly who that is. Oh, dear.
I want one of everything.
So Candice, just a quick question. I just wanted to confirm. So I popped the link in there for the Linktree events. However, the glamping and the next upcoming episodes will be loaded up as of tomorrow. Correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I had to get on to Michelle to find out what time we were doing because I didn't know whether we were doing an afternoon. But because it's actually daylight savings as of this weekend, remember, clocks forward. And do you realise I found out as well, Australia will have 5 time zones. 5. Because you've got Queensland, Palachuk, that's actually how you say it, actually, Northern Territory, and I think WA that aren't in it. So, yeah, 5 time zones within one little country. Oh, not even America has that.
So guys, just with that link that I put in the chat before, save that on your phone because all Candice will post them onto her Facebook page as well, but all her future events and other events, if you'd like to attend them, are all listed on that link tree and it's updated very regularly.
Yes, we've got a few coming up. We've got a fabulous Christmas special coming up for you as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to involve like everybody out there as well. It's not just me. I'm not telling you. Otherwise you won't watch. You won't learn anything. Now, 2 seconds. Oh my, doesn't time go fast? Right, next. Right. Those babies are steamed perfectly. Oh, this compact kitchen is so hard to work with. And my little simmer basket's moved around. Hold on. Oh, God, my.
Donegan's not interested in your creatures. Why not?
Okay. Oh, all that juice coming out. Oh, so I'm just going to quickly throw that in the pan. Ready in the pan, so we'll be able to put that in there for cooking anyway. Get the lid out of the way. Right, so we're going to chuck in some short grain rice. So many rices out there now, short, medium, long, Oreo, flat. So many, it's unbelievable.
And the Thermomix understands all of that?
Yeah, because it's telling you what to do. So the recipes have been obviously tested multiple times before they're actually hit cookie dough. So it's not as if they go, oh, let's make this up and then we'll stick it on cookie dough. They're all tried and tested. As I learned something the other day, you've obviously got the rice cooker function that obviously for you who've already got a Thermomix 6. And because I was actually always Googling, well not Googling, but actually using cookie dough for the rice, and I was doing the rice cook, I was like, well, it doesn't cook it that good. No, I think I'm just going to do the one that's on cookie dough. Then I actually read it and I went into the little info button and it said put the rice in the bottom of the bowl with the water. So yeah, it was okay. Not my favourite because it's all that gluten stuff. Because I like the other one, the water's all going through, it's steaming and it's nice and fluffy. But hey, it's there, so you don't have to have a rice cooker in your kitchen as well. So did many of you know that one?
No, I know how I like my rice, so I'm thinking that would work. I like it hot and soft.
Hot and soft. Now I can't quite see what
Not hot and hard, but hot and soft.
Oh dear. Now
Oops.
I'm just going to try and tip this without, hopefully you can sort of see me do. So I've still got the lid attached. See how I'm actually pouring and everything's released and I haven't had to touch the pot till now because it actually did come off. But that's the whole idea, that you can actually tip what you've got in there, like your rice or your potatoes and steamed veggies, all those type of things you can actually just do in there. So I'm just going to go get rid of that because I don't need that now. Oh, it smells really good as well. Oh, yeah. Pan's just warming up. Prawns are cooked, the mussels have opened up, scallops have cooked, and I'm just going to, look at that. All that fitted in that little basket. Isn't that amazing? Yep, that sounds good. So this is only doing the rice for 5 minutes. So you're not all sitting there watching me try to do all of this and get it all completely ready. And then I'm just going to go in and make the pears for you. And if the paella is ready at the end, then I can show you. But if it's not, well, you'll just have to imagine and then look on my Candice page and have a look what I've created. So how many owners have we got on tonight? Many? All screen. All
Us.
Woohoo! Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it.
Haven't turned it on, but we have one.
Oh dear. So I'm gonna need, oh, that's my sangria there. Just gonna need another little bowl, I think. Because I've got to make some sauce for our lovely. So glad they've got such a well-equipped kitchen here. So handy. Oh. How many of you did some shopping in that lovely Zip Day sale? I hope some of you did.
I'm still looking.
Well, I think it finishes in a few hours.
Okay, I'll have another look.
I think it finished this morning at 11 o'clock. However,
Oh no!
however,
First.
have a chat with Candice because there is another way that you can get a 20% discount.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, these babies are smelling good. Mm. So what this is now doing, obviously the rice is absorbing all that beautiful fish stock up, and that is cooking with the chicken, and you've got this, you can say squid rings in it, calamari. They've all got different names. I remember as a kid, we went to a seafood restaurant. I was like, what do you want for entree? I said, I'll have garlic calamari. Oh, you want squid? I went, no, I want calamari. It's the same thing. I said, oh, I don't want it now. It's an awful word. Squid. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here.
Squid sounds horrible.
It does. Oh, you can hear this baby sizzling away. Next. Right, this is where it tells me to use the Heston Q induction burner with the USA to Canada cooked paella Heston Q fry pan. Well, I'm using a sunbeam instead. So I'm just going to throw all this in here. Oh, bubbling away. There's a poor little ring that's stuck on there too, that poor little baby. There it comes. There we go. It's out.
So Candice, just a quick question, because people would love to get their hands on your sangria recipe, but you actually tweaked that and made it your own, didn't you? So will you send out those adjustments in the email?
Yes, so I'll do where I got up to with the steps, which obviously I did with the pears that I'm just about to do for you all. And I just added a little bit here and a little bit there. And I'll say I will call it Candice's cocktail. It's a little bit probably darker, but it's got all the starting in there. It's got the cinnamon, cloves, peppercorns, all sorts. So it's got quite a bit in there as opposed to what the normal recipe is. And it's got a little bit more fruit and all that. So I actually quite enjoyed making it. So we've done a finish. So I'm going to go back to my week, which I've programmed. We've got the spiced pears with the sangria. I'm going to go down. So I did a lot of all this already. So I'm going to go with, okay, wrong way. I'll go this way. So I'm going down to step 5, which is going to be adding sugar into it. So I'm pressing 5. The response for me. 1 tablespoon of sugar. Now this has actually gone into imperial because it was actually a different recipe. And instead of placing the aroma juice, what's that?
First thing you gotta do is.
Ah, not yet. We are right. So this has already got a bit of sugar in here. So I've added in my sangria mix. You just got to excuse me on this one because it is a little bit where I've adapted it to what I want to do. We're going to go next. I've just got to grab the aroma dish. Where did I put it? I've lost it. God. That's what happens when you cheat and you do 2 recipes. Right, okay, so we're going to make sauce. Because I've already done that part. Speed 2. So this is now just going to warm up the sauce. It's going to thicken it up, but it's already a little bit thick because I've already got some sugar in there already from when I was making the other one. So, as I say, I was adapting between the two so I could show you a little bit of everything. So we've got here, these were actually steamed for 50 minutes in the aroma, these pears. So they literally actually smell like sangria pears. And they're soft and squishy, like Candice's butt at the moment, really. And that. And we're going to drizzle that lovely sauce over the top of them. We're going to have a nice little glass of sangria. Going to have a little bit of paella. I'm going to have a little bit of spicy pear. And then I'm going to go party with Ricky and Gloria and all of Spain. And then I'll have to get back. I suppose I have to come back to Australia tomorrow, won't I? Better get on to Mr. Kirk again and see if I can get back. Can anybody hear this lovely paella just like bubbling away? I'll take the phone off. Look at that. All that. Amazing. All fitted into that bowl.
Candice, Kerry just
Yeah.
asked if the pears were ripe to begin with.
Were they right?
I think so, yeah.
No, they were actually, I got really firm ones actually. You don't want them too soft because obviously if you're going to be cooking them for 50 minutes at 135 degrees, they go quite soft. So I'm actually, I think I could pick one up. There we go. And they are really soft. So obviously when you're going to put your splay through or your fork with your spoon, it's all going to be there. You could actually just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon over the top if you want. Whip up some nice cream on the side, some nice fresh cream. And yeah. Oh, right, see what this paella's good. And you can always tell a good paella because it always gets a little bit stuck to the bottom. It's reducing nicely. Oh, and those mussels have opened up perfectly. Oh, I bet you're all hungry now, aren't you? Whoa. And I just, oh God, I can't see anything. I'm fogged up now. And so I threw a few more little saffron threads on there because obviously it gives it a little bit more punch. And then just before you're ready to serve, you can just put a couple more little florets over the top as well. There's lots of different ways. You can put parsley in there, and you can put, if you want, you put coriander in there. There's lots and lots. Oh, yeah. Love it a vida loca, candy right now. Oh, God. Just, I'll be doing a little jiggle soon, won't I? Oh, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Oh, I think that's all. I've done well. Look at that. Got nearly an hour already. Where does time go? So, have we got any more questions?
No.
So what else would everyone like to see like Candice do? Keep clean.
A high tea, someone suggested.
A high tea. Well, we have been talking about a high tea because obviously daylight savings is day, obviously. And we're all going to want to love the sunshine. And look, to be honest, you're not going to want to race home at 6:30 on a Friday night when the sun's still out there, when you can be swimming and jogging and running and all that you haven't been able to do for bloody months anyway. Who's going to want to watch Candice? Nobody. There might be a couple of you. So we're going to mix it up a little bit for spring and summer. Going to give you a little bit of variety. So we're thinking, yeah, we're going to do a high tea. We've got our Christmas special. Probably do a couple of glamping ones as well. And we want to do a couple with the kids as well.
Maybe a breakfast thing.
Yeah, we could do. Why don't we do a brunch?
Poached eggs or, yeah.
So say, Candice, you'll have to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning to get ready if you do a breakfast one.
Oh no, I might just do a Robbie Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire. I'll just put a pie on my face. Actually, that's easy. I'll just wear a mud pack and I'll just put the little eyes on, and who knows.
Barbecues also popped in there. Brunch is looking pretty popular. So
okay, so I'm going to put it out there as well. Who would love to do one with me? Who would love to actually cook with Candice live? I know you're all going to turn. The you're going to turn off and run away now.
Margaret's put a hand up, but she also has put the suggestion of an 80s party in there.
ABBA.
Oh yes, yeah. And actually, another one that we're going to be doing, because I did have a few requests. Someone actually wanted healthy stuff because obviously everything I seem to do is either got sweets, sugar. Paella's quite healthy as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to go a little bit healthy as well. We're going to cater for everybody. All those ones that love the protein balls and the shakes. And I tell you what I did find the other day, because we all go on about detox. I want you to have a look on your TM6, those that are not consultants. I want you to put the word in detox. There is a whole collection. There's actually a detox water. I haven't started it yet, but I'm hoping by the time I do and I finish, you might sort of see Candice a little bit half in size, and I don't know, my bust might show a little bit more.
Candice, just FYI, Abba seems to have gone off in the chat as well.
Who? Abba?
Abba.
Well, anyone who knows me, I fell in love with those 2 new tracks the other week, so I can't wait for the new album.
I wonder who suggested that.
Who?
Yeah.
Is Vanessa on still?
It would be Vanessa and me.
Well, you know what, Candice, that Bill, Nikki's just popped in there, dancing queen, and I think it would definitely put a whole new meaning to the term dancing queen.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, you know what I'm like. I just love to have a little bit of fun with all of you guys, and it's always your feedback and what you say that I like to go with. I don't want to be the one that's like creating all the time and you're going, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I try and think of things that are a little bit different that I haven't done. And that, as I say to you, take your filters off, experiment. You know what? You can always reset it back to normal. It just means you've lost all your collections that you would have done. But get on your iPads and your computers and Google stuff and then check your filters and go in there. And people say, like, a lot of times, yes, okay, and I forget. I do a lot of recipes that obviously are for 4. So we want to do a cooking for 2. So Candice is going to try and find somebody to actually join her for dinner. Cooking for 2. It'll probably be the dog. I'm amazed they're not sitting here waiting for the chicken.
Candice, do you mind if I just jump in and let them know about our cook-along session tomorrow?
You do that, because I'm just waiting this 1 minute for my sauce is going to be ready and I'm going to plate up these beautiful pears. So you do that while I just grab a plate.
Not a problem. So, guys, tomorrow night we're doing a class with the lovely Tracy Hill that's a little bit different. We're actually going to be doing a cook-along. So we do one dish, which is the chicken galette. But you can actually jump on and cook along with one of our consultants live. You can ask questions along the way, pick up hints and tips. So when you register for the event, it is in that link tree. You get a link to the recipe, have the ingredients ready to go, and we'll walk you through step by step, and you make that recipe with us. So if you get stuck or you have any questions along the way, you can ask as you go, and just keep your eye out, because we will have some additional cook along sessions where we do one dish, but you get to cook with us as well. So you get all the insider hints and tips as you're making it.
That's tips as well, TIPS. And I'll tell you what, this sangria is definitely a hit. Yeah. And I didn't use really expensive red. It was probably about $10 a bottle. Because I always say, if you're going to cook with something, make sure that you drink it, that you're going to drink it. So if you buy a white, you buy a red, and you go to taste it and it tastes all, don't cook with it, because it's just going to make your meal taste hideous. Buy something that you really enjoy and cook with it, because very rare it's actually a whole bottle. It's normally what, 150 mils maybe at the most. I think the dish I did the other night was a beautiful chicken dish, and it was only 120 mils of wine. So that's now reduced this sauce. Obviously we're using the aroma because we want to get a little bit more of that heat going out. Just going to pop it over here, out of the way. Boy, smells nice and potent. Just going to put it in a little jar. So let's reduce that down a little bit more. It's made it a little bit thicker for us. I'm going to turn the other way so you can see me do this. And now we're just going to drizzle these beautiful pears in sangria. And probably the amount of time it's cooked for, there's probably no alcohol left anyway. How good do they look? Can you imagine having that with a nice homemade pistachio ice cream or something like that? And just remember, like, you can do all those things that you really want to do. If you go and spend $10 and $15 a tub on ice cream. We made one the other night, which was a strawberry buttermilk sherbet ice cream. Absolutely amazing. So if you made your butter, keep your buttermilk, throw some lemon in there, some beautiful fresh strawberries, freeze them. I think then it was about 300 mils of buttermilk, I'm going to say. Put it through, blitzed it through, shoved it in the freezer, and it was amazing. So all those little cost-cutting things that you can do with your Thermomix. I think that's pretty much it for me tonight. Like, I've got my paella, I've had my sangria, I've whipped you up a dessert, and I've managed to do it all in an hour again. How I do it, and I didn't even look at the clock this time.
Well done.
So did we all enjoy it tonight?
Yeah.
We're all ready.
Yeah.
Ready? Margaret's going to she's going to do a live with me, obviously, which would be great. So I will pick up your email address, no doubt, on the registration form. I will be in contact and we will work out something there, and we'll do brunches and we'll do high tea. We might even be able to get the Duchess over or something like that. Or maybe Megan and Harry. Well, actually, what's her name's free now, isn't she? Gladys is free, so she might pop over as well. She's got nothing to do.
Definitely.
Poor Gladys. I can't believe that. I mean, right in the middle of it all. How could you do that to somebody?
I agree.
But oh well, it is what it is. We're all out of lockdown soon, and we'll all be able to hopefully catch up and have some Thermomix parties and we'll get together. How's that sound?
Definitely. Can't wait.
Oh God, so I think we might just have to do a little bit of it. Oh God, what have we got? Oh. Fun. Oh look, we might just have to do a bit of a. Oh, come on, let's go. Oh. Has anybody got any more questions for me?
No, I haven't seen anything else pop in the chat there, Candice.
No, nothing at this moment.
No.
Timed out well, Candice. I literally just finished making dinner for my cherubs.
Oh, God.
That was a very, very well timed. Great entertainment. Always happy to join in.
Yes. That's so good. Thank you for spotlighting and filling me in on little gaps and all that. I can't quite see everybody because I'm still on this screen, but I might just have a quick look on. Hang on, put my glasses on. Yeah, there's Ness. Sarah's hiding. Kerry's hiding. Robin's hiding. I can't see Margaret. She must be on another page. Oh, yes, it's another hour of fun. So next Saturday, so it's only a week and 1 day before you see me again. Aren't you all lucky? And we're going to be doing a little glamping special in the caravan, which is going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, that should be great. So otherwise, thank you all for joining Candice once again in Spain. And she's just going to jet back to Australia now, and hopefully she'll get back with that passport. I mean, look at her, a little cute little cherub. I mean, how could they not realise that was me? Oh, I don't know, silly idiots. But
thank you,
hurrah for now, and jiggle.
Bring it on, baby.
Oh dear. Next time, actually, it's going to be even more compact in the next one. I don't know how I'm going to bloody move in the caravan. That's going to be hilarious. The caravan's going to be moving. It's going to be a rocking.
Sorry, Candice. I want to see you getting in that caravan in those high heels.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah, I go up and down the stairs here. It'll be just going down the driveway in heels. I won't be doing. Oh dear. But thank you all once again. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. And that's all cooked together soon, hopefully.
Thank you. Love it. Bye.
Thanks, Candice.
Bye.
Bye. There's Vanessa and Sharon still hanging on.
Mine's not as fancy.